their triumphant debut in Kingston. Don't miss the worldwide phenomenon. The future is now.
This is the place to be!
This is NXT!
It's NXT Live in Kingston, Friday, April 22nd. Tickets are available.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marani here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston in downtown Melrose, Massachusetts. Check out some cool offers we have at the end of this video to find out how you can do your part to support indie wrestling. Let's check out the April 11th, 2016 edition of WWE Raw from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. Raw opened up with the return of Shane McMahon. That's eye-rolling to me. I enjoy the Shane McMahon character, but the stipulation at WrestleMania was the stipulation at WrestleMania. If Shane McMahon won, he got to run Raw. If Shane McMahon lost to The Undertaker in the Hell in the Cell, he didn't, and he lost. So the next night, why slap fans in the face that invested their time, interest, and money into the WrestleMania show by saying, you know what, even though he didn't win, let's let him run it. Or if WWE wanted to have Shane run Monday Night Raw, why not come up with a different kind of stipulation or a different opponent for Shane where he could have ultimately won the chance to run Monday Night Raw? I don't like it. I polled fans on Raw on our Twitter account before the show, and these were the results. 61% of the fans thought it was better for Raw to have Shane McMahon at the helm. 24% thought it was typical WWE, ignoring stipulations for their own matches. And 15% of the fans were conditioned not to care about stipulations for matches. Now, that's almost 40% of the fans that say they're either conditioned not to care or feel WWE won't follow through on their stipulations. 39%. That's not even taking into consideration the amount of fans that have been turned off to the product in recent years. As we've noted before, 33 million fans watch NBC Main Event Friday, February the 5th, 1988 for Hogan and Andre. Where'd they go? July of 1999, some 10 million fans tuned in for Stone Cold Steve Austin against The Undertaker on Raw, while WCW Nitro was the competition. You're talking 12, 13 million wrestling fans tuning in. Where did they go? It's not that they stopped liking wrestling per se, it's they were giving a product they didn't like. Why do you stop going to a particular restaurant? Why do you stop supporting a particular sports team? You're given something you don't like. I wish WWE would take that into consideration more often than not when it comes to long-term planning storyline-wise. Shane McMahon said he had new matches, new stars, new opportunities. He was going to put Natalya in there with Charlotte for the title tonight. I thought that was too soon, as there's a lot of TV episodes to fill between now and May the 1st when the two ladies collide at Payback. Tag team title tournament set up to face the New Day. For the tag team titles goes the winner. Not a bad idea at all. I love tag team wrestling and how it's being featured. Shane McMahon put over AJ Styles' win last week, but he didn't name when Styles is going to face Roman Reigns. Instead, he said that the man that was screwed out of participating in the match, Sami Zayn, would face Styles on Raw. If Zayn was the winner, he'd be added to the Styles-Roman Reigns match that would indeed be a championship match at Payback. If Zayn lost, it would remain a singles match between Reigns and Styles. Not a bad stipulation right there. The fans are into it. They were chanting, "Thank you, Shane." Kevin Owens came out and said he was really being screwed. Shane said he could get another shot at the Intercontinental Championship. He lost at WrestleMania 32, now held by The Miz, but he'd have to beat Cesaro in a number one contenders match. Cesaro defeated Kevin Owens to earn that championship match. In an excellent opening matchup, Owens went for a pop-up powerbomb, only to have Cesaro escape for a sunset flip. Great action to follow the first segment. Dr. Phil interrupted a segment with the Flairs as Charlotte was upset that she was going to have to defend the gold against Natalya later on in the show. I'll say it, Dr. Phil was one of the best guest hosts WWE ever had, in my opinion. His delivery was good. It was smooth. It was as if he actually knew who these people were. He was back on commentary for the ladies' match a little later, as well as participating in a skit with Goldust and R-Truth later on. In the opening round of the Tag Team Title No. 1 Contenders Tournament, the Dudley Boys defeated the Lucha Dragons. Kalisto took a nasty-looking bump to the floor. Enzo and Cass came out after the matchup for another verbal duel with the Dudleys. You'd have to think that these two teams will collide at Payback. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns was up next, soaking in the boos from the fans in Los Angeles. He said he had respect for Styles and Sami Zayn, but neither man ever held the championship. This led to the League of Nations coming out. Nobody really cared about them. The League was mad that they were left out of the No. 1 Contenders match last week. Reigns welcomed them to come out to the ring to get their asses kicked, as Reigns was about to be triple-teamed by the League. The Wyatt's music hit, and they cleaned house of the League of Nations. Shane McMahon was back out, and he said he loved seeing Roman and Wyatt together, and that they'd team in the main event tonight against the League. Natalya defeated the WWE Women's Champion Charlotte via disqualification. Again, Dr. Phil was next to the commentary team for this one. Natalya had Charlotte in the sharpshooter, but Ric Flair crawled into the ring to pull the referee out for the disqualification. This looks like to be a solid rematch at Payback from Chicago. The Usos defeated the Social Outcasts in the tag team tournament. Afterwards, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson ran in through the crowd to leave the Usos laying. Fans have been waiting since news broke of their imminent debut along with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura back in early January. Gallows and Anderson are here in WWE. AJ Styles defeated Sami Zayn to ensure that the Styles-Roman Reigns Payback pay-per-view main event championship match will remain a singles match. Pay-per-view quality match here between AJ and Sami Zayn. WWE has done an excellent job since WrestleMania, pushing fresh new faces instead of more of the same old, same old. Chris Jericho's highlight reel was up next. He said he was going to interview the biggest superstar in WWE history himself. That leads to Dean Ambrose coming out. Ambrose had Raw off last week due to the culmination of his feud with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in Dallas. Ambrose shared a memo from Shane McMahon. He said the highlight reel was going to be scrapped and replaced by the Ambrose Asylum. Yawn there, but Ambrose hit the dirty deeds on Jericho to start up a feud between the two. Jericho and Ambrose were originally supposed to wrestle at WrestleMania. Apollo Crews defeated Adam Rose with a spin-out powerbomb. My educated ears sensed the commentary team putting Crews over as something special that could lead to him really getting a chance to establish himself as a player on the WWE roster as time goes on. They're building him up the right way, giving him undercard heels to feed on instead of the Baron Corbin-like disappointment where he won the Andre Battle Royal at WrestleMania, then battled Dolph Ziggler to a double countout the next night on Raw right off the bat. Two more promos from Primo and Epico Colon, very proud of their Puerto Rican heritage in the island itself. Glad to see the Matadores in the rearview mirror. These two are going to be a solid re-addition to the tag team title division this spring. In the main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt teamed up to defeat Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus of the League of Nations. Fans strongly behind Wyatt. In this one, there was a silent dissension between Reigns and Bray. Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman eventually made their way out to fend off Rusev when he was interfering. That allowed Bray to hit the Sister Abigail on Del Rio for the pin. Raw went off the air this week with an odd face-off between Roman and Bray. Top to bottom, a very well-paced, watchable Raw, 2 for 2 since WrestleMania. No 3-hour broadcast is ever going to be perfect, but this week's show was pretty damn good. In our post-Raw Twitter poll, 76% gave Raw a thumbs up, 8% a thumbs down, 16% thumbs in the middle. Those are some pretty strong numbers for WWE as they head down to David Reese territory tonight in San Diego for the SmackDown taping before headed over to Europe for 2 weeks. It's a big month for the WWE roster. Fans, what did you think of Raw this week? Would love to hear your feedback in the comments section below. Fans, check out the MWF store. We have some awesome deals for you, and every purchase helps us continue to produce more live wrestling events and free video content for your wrestling enjoyment. If you missed WrestleMania, the WWE Hall of Fame, or NXT TakeOver, click the link below and get 1 month of WWE Network absolutely free. Please use our link as WWE helps us out a little for sending great wrestling fans their way. WWE Payback comes your way live Sunday night, May the 1st, from the Wild Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. The price is right to watch it live, along with network-exclusive programming. Thousands of hours of content available on demand and experiencing everything from WrestleMania week with the click of a button. Do your shopping with Amazon.com and WWEshop.com using our links below and help support indie wrestling. No matter what you buy on either website, including non-wrestling merchandise on Amazon, we get a thank you from our online partners. Doesn't cost you one extra penny. Fans of Millennium Wrestling Federation's 15th anniversary celebration is upon us this summer. What we've been able to produce and experience in a decade and a half is amazing, and we're going to keep building more and more great content for your enjoyment anywhere on this planet. Continue to check out the BostonWrestling.com super site. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MWF2001, and subscribe to our YouTube channel with more than 900 free videos. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours, be well.